We are now on activity 1.21 in Excel project 1B, and this is editing values in a worksheet. We want to go to cell E10, and our column total is $288,713.51. Now we want to click on B5, which is this number right here, and we want to change its value to 3546. All we have to do is type on top of it 3546 and hit the enter key, and all of our numbers automatically get updated. This number depends on this number depends on all of these, and all of these numbers depend on this number, so a bunch of things changed, but that's what Excel does. It automatically calculates the changes for you when you change a single cell. Okay, let's go to D8, and in cell D8 right here it says double click, and if we double click we get a one-line text editor here, and we want to change the 1299 to 1199, and then hit enter and watch E8 and E10. These automatically change, as well as all of our percents over here. Point to cell A2, A2, and we want the plus sign pointer to the right of the word, and then double click, and if I double click, the cursor appears, flashing I-beam appears where I double click, and we want to change, or we want to add on the word valuation, so just click on the end there, type what you need, and hit the enter key. And then go to B3, which is right here, and we want to click after the letter Y. You can either do that down here or you can click up here, it doesn't matter, and we're going to type in stock and hit the enter key. You can also click on the check mark up here, but I don't know why anybody would ever do that when your hand's already on the keyboard for typing. Just hit the enter key and save our document. Now we're on activity 1.22, and it's formatting cells with the percent style. Let's go to F4, it's this number right here, and we're going to click on the percent button up here to format that number as a percent. And now I'm going to select everything from F4 all the way down to F9, and I'm going to format all of them as a percent. And I'm going to increase the decimal, that rounds it to a whole number. We're going to increase the decimal places twice. And we're also going to center it. I don't think normally you're going to center columns of numbers, but we'll go ahead and do it. And go ahead and save it. Now we're on activity 1.23. And activity 1.23 is inserting and deleting rows and columns. So in the row heading area, that would be over here on the left. Okay, over here on the left, we want to click on row 3, and we get a black arrow here, and that selects the entire row. And on the shortcut menu, we want to right click here and choose insert to insert a new row 3. So that's how you can insert a new row. Just go over here and click on the place where you want it to be. I want it to be the new row 3, so click on the current row 3. Now it says click on E11, which is this cell right here. On the formula bar, notice the range changed. Before it said from E4 to E9, but when we push that line in there, it changed all of the formulas for us and kept everything correct. And now in A3 here, we want to put as of December 31 and hit enter, and we're going to do a merge and center on that. So select everything from A3 to F3 and go up to your home tab, go to the alignment group and click on merge and center, and apply the heading 2 style, and heading 2 is over here. And in the column heading area, point to column B. We get the fat black arrow pointing down. Right click and do insert, and that'll give us a new column B, and everything else gets pushed over. And in cell B4 we want to type in warehouse location, And then we want to type in Dallas. And we want Dallas down in B10. In 7, 8, and 9, we want Houston. And I can just type H on the rest of these and D on the last one, and it'll automatically do an autocomplete for me there. And in the column heading area, point to column D and right click and choose delete, and it adjusts the formulas again. And that's the end of activity 1.23. Now we're going to go to activity 1.24, adjusting column widths and wrapping text. So we're going to adjust the width of column B here. It looks like it's a little bit too wide. And so we're going to, actually first we're going to select all of these columns. And he says 90 pixels. That may not work on this computer. We've been off by a little bit compared to what he gets. So we'll try 90 pixels for all of them and see what happens. And that's not big enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make that, let's try 100 instead. See if that works. That still doesn't work. And 110, is that 109? There. Okay, now we've got everything so it fits. Okay, select the range B4 to F4. Okay, B4 to F4 is my column headings. And some of these are a little too long. And what we're going to do here is we're going to go up and we're going to turn on the wrap text feature. It's on the home tab in the alignment group, wrap text. And it will turn on the word wrap feature, which will make words wrap around to the next line rather than falling off the right side. Okay, now with that still selected, we want to center those. And this is the center button. And we also want to do some vertical alignment, and that's called, to align them, center them vertically, it's called middle align. So these three buttons here take care of the vertical alignment within a cell. These three take care of the horizontal alignment within a cell. And we want to apply the heading 4 style for these. So go to our styles over here and do heading 4. And there we go. Your document should look something like figure 1.52. We have a little more centering to do here. Select from B5 down to B10, and we're going to center. You can right click or you can go up to the ribbon up at the top. Select A11, and we're going to go to cell styles, and this time we're going to the themed cell styles. And we want 40% accent 1, that would be this one right here. And it says click anywhere and compare your cell or your worksheet with what's on figure 1.52. Okay, now we're going to do the usual header and footer business. That's on the insert tab, and we want to go header and footer. It changes our view to page layout view, and we want to go down to the footer. So we can just scroll down here to the footer. And in the footer area, we want to go in the left section of the footer area like we always do, and go to our header and footer design tools, and we want to put in the file name. And it puts that code in there, and click a cell above the footer to exit the footer area, and now we can see our file name gets put in. And we're going to go to the page layout tab again, and in the margins button we're going to do custom margins. That brings up the page setup dialog box, and we're going to center horizontally. And we're going to click on OK, and we're going to go to backstage view, and we'll skip that part. That just enters a little bit of property information about the file. And Going to go to a print preview now. Go to your File tab and click on Print, and we'll get a print preview. And always check before you print. Down here it says we're going to get 2 pages. And if I go look at the next page, I got 1 column of stuff that flops over onto a second page. And the easy way to fix that is to change the orientation here from portrait to landscape. And you can do that not only on the page layout tab, but you can do it here in print preview as well. And if I do that, then it reduces everything to 1 page. Okay, let's go back to the Home tab and go back to normal view. Do a Control Home to move to the top of the document. And we're going to delete these sheets down here that we don't need. Click and Control click, and then right click and choose Delete and choose Save. And that's the end of Project 1B.